morning YouTube. It is Thursday the 5th of August today and I am off to Birmingham. I know, yeah, Birmingham. Oh no, I'm just joking. I'm going to Birmingham because yesterday I picked up a backload from Newport Docks and I didn't have time to tip it yesterday, so I'm going to tip it today, first thing. So that's the plan at the moment. So I've got on here a 22 ton coil, a big one, which I've strapped down like I was shown, and everything's looking good. I think though I put the coil a bit too far back on the trailer, and the reason is the slider was stuck at the docks, and the guy that was there said, well, let's just put the coil here, because I've explained before, but if you're new to the channel, then, which a lot of you are by the way, so hello and welcome. I seem to have got a new audience since I've been posting these class 1 videos, so welcome to you. But if you're new and you haven't seen any of these videos, then what we do is we carry steel, and to carry these steel coils, depending on how big they are and the customer, they can put them in a well, what they say. So in the back of the trailer we have boards called well boards that you can lift up, and when you lift them up it reveals this kind of shape, a hole in the floor of the trailer called a well, and then you can put the coil in the well, and because the coil is round it's not going to roll anywhere if it's in the well. But before you put it in the well, there's posts, so there's big steel posts that you put in 2 holes, and then you put the coil against the posts, and that's what you strap it to. So if you need to brake, the coil is not going to come and hit you at the back of the head. It's going to be on the posts. So yeah, I've got this coil and I've put it on the second set of posts back because I couldn't get the slider open, and the guy just said, let's just put it here then. And I thought, well, I mean, it's not at the back of the trailer, don't get me wrong, it's kind of in the middle, but I think it would have been better on the first set of posts, a bit closer, because everything feels a bit bouncy at the moment. And my lovely colleague Mark said to me, you'll know when you've put it too far back because everything will feel bouncy, and it does at the moment. The trailer and the tractor unit are kind of bouncing off each other. But yeah, not that you needed to know that, but this is a diary of the life of a new pass on class 1, so I'm letting you know. On the plus side, I went to the docks for the second time, Newport Docks, the docks in general for the 3rd time, because I went to Liverpool the other day, and if you're a regular viewer, you know that the docks have been my nemesis. There's always been a problem at the docks, can't do it when I get there. But yesterday, somebody left a comment as well saying maybe it's the salty air. Yeah, you're right, it's the salty air making me not be able to do it. But yesterday I went there and I did it. I didn't even need a shunt. I was a bit worried because there was another crane there. I'll show you a photo. And I was a little bit close to the water, and there's no fence or anything. Well, I can't swim very well, so I thought, I hope I don't oversteer the tractor unit and end up in the water, because then that would be a complete disaster. Not only would K Transport lose the tractor unit, they'd also lose a driver, because I'd probably drowned. But yeah, I seem to have broken the ill fate of the docks so far, but I do think you need 2 to make it true, so we'll see. As for now, we're off to Birmingham. I've been advised to go into the south part of Birmingham via the M42 because it'll be better this time of day, so I've been told. And in this one you have to kind of reverse from the road onto a weighbridge, and the weighbridge is apparently raised in the air, and there's a fence on one side, but there isn't a fence on the other side, so you could fall off the weighbridge, and you go a little bit blind for a moment. You lose sight of it because you have to reverse like around a fence or something. I don't know, we'll see when we get there. I've had a look on the map. I know what my other colleague means, but we're going to take it as it comes when we get there. After you come off the weighbridge, you then have to go back onto the road to reverse into the door, and then when you're finished unloading, you have to go back out onto the road, back onto the weighbridge, and then you're off on your jolly way. So hopefully things are going to go smoothly for me this morning. We will see. This week I've been Monday, Tuesday on locals. Anybody that knows me knows I don't like to go far. Don't like to drive for too long because I get bored. So I was happy to be on locals. I thought, oh, that's something familiar. That will be great for me. And then I went to the same place 4 times in a row, delivering these coils to the same place over in Dudley, if you're from the Black Country. If not, then it's Dudley, as mentioned in last video. And yes, I am pointing that out. Yes, so I went over to Dudley. I delivered these coils 4 times in a row, which was starting to make me lose the plot, if I'm being honest, towards the 3rd time. But it just goes to show, a lot of you have been saying to me, don't beat yourself up about the reversing, because it will come and you'll have good days and bad days. Well, out of 4 times, 3 times was okay, and the 4th time was just a nightmare, trying to reverse into that place. Because the bays are on your blind side, so you have a couple of choices. You can try a blind side, but there isn't much space, because again there's always a fence in the way that the tractor unit's going to hit. You can spin on the yard if there's nobody there, but most often there is somebody there. You can reverse down the road and then try to near side, or good, not near side, why do I keep saying that? Try to good side it in, so the bays are on your right hand side rather than your left.
At the roundabout,
anyway,
take the 4th exit to M6.
I took my opportunity on Monday to have a go at always possible to see what the best one was. And I found that the best one was actually reversing in from the road, or spinning in the yard and then reversing in off the road. Blindsiding wasn't worth it. You just can't see anything. You're just guessing, really. You're using your small mirror, but your small mirror, the depth is not the same as a flat mirror, so it's well confusing. Anyway, so 3 out of 4 were okay. I must admit I did struggle, and I was looking forward to Tuesday doing something different. So I said to my transport manager, what do I have tomorrow? Oh, locals. I said, oh, that's okay, brilliant, you know, I like the locals. That suits me just fine. So I went across to get my trailer and everything, and I said, where am I going? Oh, you're going back to that same place again, another 2 times. So I'd been there 6 times in a row, and I was starting to lose the will to live a little bit. And then I got back for the 3rd time and said, what have I got next? And it was, oh, well, you don't have the same place again, which I thought, woo, that's a good thing. But you do have another one in Dudley that's just around the corner. And I thought, oh, I can't get out of Dudley. Anyway, I was very pleased yesterday when I had a trip to Yeovil and then a collection from the docks on the way back. That was a nice run out that wasn't swapping trailers and faffing about, which was nice. I don't know, there's no pleasing me, is there? Don't like the long distance ones. Don't like the local ones. Go on, you can say it. She's never satisfied. She's always moaning. No, I'm just sharing my experiences with you. So I am not going to waffle on any further. I am going to see you when we get to Birmingham. Oh, wow. Wow. This is going to be interesting. Well, the guy in front made that look easy. Oh my god. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Oh my god. So he says that I can go on the bridge next. And this is where the nerves start to kick in, because we're on a road. Nobody cares that you're trying to reverse. And it looks a bit tight. Lucky for me though, I've been able to watch 2 people do it first. So I'm going to try to copy them. It's my lucky day. Oh yeah, I know. There you go. Oh my god. You lose sight of it in your near side mirror. And you have to look at it in your blind side mirror. I think this one's all about the setup, to be honest. It's hard when you've got the cars and everyone looking at you. Right, next step is to get in the door. There's really not much space either side on this weighbridge. weeks on class 1. I'd say today was a good day. You should have seen me the other day. I was all over the place. Thanks a lot. Oh my god. I survived. I don't know how. I think today was a good day, but get that nervous feeling in your stomach, you know. And you get some butterflies. Let's get off this bridge and get out of Birmingham. Okay, that's enough stress for one day. So they said, which is very kind, that I'm a good driver. How cool is that? Like I said to him, looks like we're having a good day today and things are going the way we would like. Yeah, I think these guys were lovely, by the way, here. They climbed on the trailer to help me because the slider was stuck, and yeah, just lovely people here. So that's a nice place to go if you can reverse on the bridge and in the door. I mean, there's a lot of space on the road, but you've got that where the traffic's waiting and everyone's watching you. Can unnerve you a bit, but today was okay. Anyway, now I'm going to head back to our base to swap this trailer, and then I'm going to Milton Keynes. But before I can do anything else, before I can swap the trailer, I should say, I've got to put all the well boards back down and the posts, because we have to leave our trailers nice for when the loaders take them or someone else takes them. So that will be the first task. So I am going to have a slow drive back so I can calm my nerves and anxiety down from getting on this bay. Did really well. I'm quite pleased with how the day's going so far. Yesterday went well as well, so far everything's going well. Let's hope it continues. Anyway, I will see you guys back at our base. Right, now let's get this trailer parked up and then find the next one. Too much. I turned the wheel the wrong way there and ended up putting too much lock on the wrong way, then had to full lock the other way, and then I couldn't catch the trailer. Let's try again, but this time slow steering. Done it again, haven't I? Hold on a minute. I was going to say, most of the time I can do it round here better than I can anywhere else, because you got these lines to aim for. There we go. If there was a secret to this reversing, I'd say it was something to do with going slow. Take your time. Because when I take my time and I'm slower and I'm not flustered and people aren't watching, I can do it well. When there's people watching, when there's traffic, oh, I get flustered and I try to rush and then things go wrong. So that's the key, take your time and slow steering, which is what you guys told me in the comments. Yeah, let's get these well boards back down and posts and then find the next trailer. Well, as you can see, I struggled a lot with those well boards, and well, not the well boards so much, but the posts. They're so heavy. in these one make of trailers as well, so I'm learning all about this class 1 stuff. But we have different trailers, and the ones that are called Denison trailers are the ones with really heavy posts and really heavy wellboards. The other ones, don't know what they are, but they're not as heavy, so they're more manageable. But these newer trailers are an absolute killer. I tried every angle to get those poles out and I was really struggling. And then right at the end I just pulled the one out. I don't know. I think it's because they go into their hole where the pole sits in. But when you try to lift it out, if you don't lift it perfectly straight, or if there's the slightest thing, then they get stuck and they won't come anymore. And I don't have enough strength to hold it. I mean, I don't know how many kilos they are, but they're so heavy. It's like trying to lift a bag of cement. That kind of heavy. Anyway, I put all of the wellboards down. I put the poles down. Neatened up that trailer because I didn't have time to do it when I was leaving Birmingham. I've got my trailer, a small one this time, because there's not much overhang again. So I got to make sure that when I get to my delivery, having a smaller trailer doesn't trip me up like it usually does, because they steer differently to a longer one, and they catch you out if you're not careful. So even more small movements on the steering wheel and taking my time. But I mean, the reversing's getting there. Good days and bad days at the moment, it's getting there. A lot of people keep asking me, are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying class 1? Well, the answer is really easy. When everything's going well, yes. When everything's going like a disaster, no, I hate every second of it. But I can only say things will get better once I get used to it. You know, once I start picking it up and getting the hang of it. It's not only just the class 1 lorry that's changed, the whole nature of the work's changed. Now I'm delivering coils. Sometimes the coils are in the well, like they are now. Sometimes they are big coils, wide ones, thin ones, tall ones. Each one is a different way to strap it and things, so you have to learn all these rules. And then when you're collecting or delivering, every site has their own rules and things, you know. There's just a lot to learn. Then you've got your slider, they get stuck. I'm getting better at unsticking them, got to admit. I am getting better with the trailers, but I try not to open it unnecessarily. So you saw me putting the wellboards and the posts back. Most people open the slider for that, but me, struggling to open and close them, I just climbed in the back because it's easier and just lifted the flap up at the back. But yeah, right now I'm on the A5 in a lay-by, about a mile away from my delivery, and I'm booked in at 1 o'clock. The time now is 11:49, so I'm a bit early. I'm on 4 hours driving time anyway, so I thought I might as well just stop and take my 45-minute break here in this lay-by, and then I will head on over to my destination. I was originally scheduled to have the 10 o'clock, no, the 11 o'clock booking in at this place, but coming back from Birmingham I hit some traffic because there was a broken down tipper lorry on the A45, so that delayed me getting back. So another driver's taken the 11 o'clock one and I've got the 1 o'clock one, so there we go. They probably will unload me sooner if I got there a bit early. I've done that before, they're alright down there, but best to try to get near the booking time and then no one's going to get upset. So I'll take my 45 here and then I'll make my way over to Milton Keynes delivery point. So far so good. Okay, 7 minutes past 1. It's time to get in that bay. Not quite. Need to move it over to the right. But we might do it this time. You have to be quite close over to the right here because there's a walkway. So let's straighten up a bit. And then I can tuck it over. Can't see, Michael. This time. Can't see anything in the mirrors. Both of them. I see it. We're getting there. Right, hold on. That's it. Right, I got vision in my right mirror, but not my left one. There we go, now I can see nice and clearly. We did it, guys! Ah! At the start, I didn't think we were going to, if I'm being honest. But we did it. Woo! Trouble there is it's such a bright day and you just can't see in here because it's so dark. But still, we did it. Let's go open up and unload. Woo-woo! there we go. I tell you, sometimes you have a job getting out as well because of all these trailers parked here. You can't get that angle, so you have to go down, well, you have to go up the curb and down onto the grass a little bit. There we go. Right, let's get back to the yard. Hopefully that's it for the day. But we'll see that in a minute. Well, a bit longer than a minute. Maybe like an hour and 36 if the traffic is going to be good for me. Right then! Guys, I've got to tell you, the day's gone well. I'm back to my happy self again. When things are going right and things are going well, I do like driving the Arctic. The wellboards, the slider getting stuck, the posts, the heavy, you know, learning to strap the coils because there's so many different kinds. That's coming with me slowly, I'm getting there. The reversing is even more slower getting there, but it's coming, which is good. So everyone says, oh, it just comes to you and then all of a sudden you can do it. Well, my response to everybody has been, well, whatever it is, let's hope it hurries up before I get annoyed and too frustrated with it. But yeah, it's slowly getting there, I think. Good days and bad days, but I'm feeling like I'm struggling a bit less now, which is a good thing. And this is the end of my 3rd week delivering, almost. End of my 4th week since I've been driving class 1s, because I did that first week shunting, which was a great way of starting out, learning to strap the coils and learning to reverse into the spaces and things. A lot of people say you should reverse with your head out the window looking back, and then other people say, well, you should never reverse with your head hanging out the window, you should always reverse with your mirrors. Well, I've tried both, and I've got to say, at the moment, leaning my head out the window is helping me a lot. I think that's the trouble I've had at the docks and so on, is trying to reverse with my mirrors, but it's just not happening for me at the moment. Putting my head out the window and taking a look back is helping me a lot. Also, there was someone that left a comment, and I tried to find it before I filmed this section, but I couldn't find it because my signal was bad. But somebody left a comment with some advice about setting up, because I think half of the battle with these class 1s is setting up before you start to reverse. Well, a comment said, if you're driving and the bays are on your right hand side, on your good side, when your tractor unit passes the bay, put a full lock onto the left and pull the trailer away from the bay, and then put a full lock onto the right and then stop. And then when you're reversing into the bay, you should hopefully have the trailer pointing towards it at this point, and then all you have to do is start to take the lock off, and then that's going to help you, because you've already put your lock on before you started going backwards, if that makes sense. So you're just taking your steering off slowly rather than trying to put your steering on and then take it off. So yeah, I must admit that has helped me, and I know somebody else I saw replied to this person, and I will find it and put a screenshot here. Somebody else replied and said that that was helping them too. And I must admit, what I am really enjoying is there's a lot of you who are also new passies that are tuning in and leaving comments on this video who are new Class 1 passes, who are having the same problems as I am. And everyone's saying, you know, we'll get there together and whatever. And that's good, because, yeah, we will, guys. We can do it. All you new passes out there, we're going to get there together. And when I get the hang of it, I'll make a tutorial. But that's not going to be yet. So yeah, everything's going well. I'm getting the hang of things. Things are slowly coming to me, and I had a good day today. And I had a good day yesterday as well. So there we go. Hopefully we can finish the week on a high, and that would be great. Otherwise, I want to thank you all for your comments, for your tips, your advice and encouragement, saying don't give up, Hayley, you're doing well and things. I really appreciate it, guys. You don't need to leave me these kind of comments, you know, I'm not going to give up, and I'll get there in the end. But yeah, it's nice, those of you that have followed me for quite a while, you're still with me, and a lot of you are reminding me when I started on Class 2 I found it difficult. And then I got there in the end, and the same for the Class 1. I must admit though, I didn't struggle as much with the Class 2 as I did with the Class 1. I think the majority of the Class 2 is learning to strap everything and learning your curtains and your tachograph and your driving time and things. That's the learning curve on Class 2. Driving the thing, reversing it and things came to me a lot quicker, because of course you can see down both sides. With this is just something from a different planet. So yeah, I think now I'm improving with the setups before I reverse. That's getting there, and I'm also understanding how these things turn on the spot. So I've been spinning in the yard and so on in different places where I can. And the other day I was just so surprised on this small yard. I'd actually drove in a bit too far, and I thought, well, I'll try to turn around, I'll try to spin on the yard and see. And I did it with a lot of space left, and I thought, well, it's so weird how these things turn in smaller spaces than you can get your Class 2. But yeah, I'm enjoying it on days where it goes right. On days when it doesn't go right, I absolutely hate it, and I never want to see an Arctic again. But when it's going well, it's fine. Going forwards, like I say, is no problem. You just have to be careful with the cars, because you can't see so well when you're turned or something, you know. You have to be careful with that thing. So when you're reversing, well, that's a whole different ball game. We're not going to talk about that, because there's so many things to say with that. But going forwards is fine. It's the same width as the Class 2 anyway, so places where you could squeeze the Class 2, you can squeeze this most of the time. So yeah, I must admit I've had a few looks when I'm driving around, you know, other people look and then look again like, woman. Particularly when I don't have my cap on or anything and I have my hair down like today, I get a few people looking, particularly on roundabouts. They're going, or junctions, they're going around the roundabout, but they're too busy looking at me like this. What's a woman doing a Class 1 job? But yeah, that's a bit funny. I've had a few more of those looks since I've been in this one compared to the Class 2. And also, you know, when you get to a yard, they come out and watch you and things. I must admit though, everywhere I've been, I'm just thinking, is it everywhere I've been? Yeah, I'd say almost everywhere I've been, the people there have been so great and helped me. You know, they're okay to watch your back. If you just tell them, I'm a new driver, I might be a bit slow, you know, would you mind watching me back, being patient with me? As long as you're honest with them, they don't mind helping you, you know. And then you get them telling you some stories about other drivers, even other drivers from my own company. Oh when that guy was here the other day, he was backwards and forwards, blah 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 blah, you know, and oh, he's terrible when he comes, and that one's all right, but this one, oh, and they tell you these stories about the other drivers, which is funny, but yeah, things are going well. Everyone's been super helpful anyway. I mean, when the slider gets stuck, most people will help give you a hand. You don't even need to ask because they can see you're struggling. Even other drivers as well. The guy who helped me with my reversing when I was at Liverpool, the one who you can hear saying, keep going, straighten it up now, that was just another driver that came over and started to help. So I think they feel your pain because everybody was new once, and they feel your pain when you're struggling. So yeah. Anyway, it's time to head back to base and drop this trailer and find out what I have tomorrow. So I'm going to leave you with some time-lapse footage of the journey back to the yard, and then I will catch up with you when we're there. So see you in a bit.